we doing, guys? How we doing? Yes, microphone's on. Hopefully, the feed looks good. Thanks for popping in here early, guys and girls. If you're identifying something else, that's not on me. Anyway, we're going to check and see later on and see if anything's going to go on in Seattle here. As you see, let's put the screen on here for now. Let's go to the screen, actually. See on the side here, Tommy Boy or whatever, if he's going to go live, he'll probably show up over here. I don't think he's going to try to go to his YouTube first if it's a direct action or whatever that he's going to be filming. You know, he's going to want the freedom to say whatever he wants there, and a few other people there. I have not seen any posts or anything like that from the people I saw that were on their way to Seattle. Black Rebel, the Rebel Girl, and a few others. Yaya's in the house early. Thank you, Yaya. How you doing? Did I pronounce that right? Yaya, or is it Yaya? Is it the A sound or more the I sound? Make sure I get my pronunciations right. But anyway, let's go check and see on a few other things. There's James Klug was in Portland the other day. Let's give him some props and watch some of his videos here, okay? I should see everybody hanging out there. Oops, the right button there. I know. I mean, you've been watching me or whatever. You know, he's probably a lot of the same opinions as I do, but he expresses them much differently than many people I know. You know, say it that way there. And yeah, I bumped into him twice. The first time I went out there, we were both out there during the daytime, and then the last time I went out there, he was starting to stream as I was getting ready to leave. Basically, just punched fists, said hello. Things like that, you know. I'm big on like shouting people out, you know. I'm not saying that he has to shout everybody out, but you know, he does shout out a lot of people out there. But just, well, I should be a little bit better at it, you know. When I see like a streamer I know pop in the chat or whatever, I tell them shout yourself out. Boom, there it is. Anyway, not trying to criticize anybody, but anyway, let's check and see what's going on here as we try to keep an eye and see if there's any craziness going on in Seattle here. Watch this little video here of James Klug. I think he's back in California.
Right now, walking around while brown is affecting me because even though I am here legally, at any moment they...
Yeah, you don't get a sunburn as much in California. So there's a plus for you right there.
They can snatch me up.
If you're here legally, they can't deport you.
Actually, but if they're racist and they just want to just tie me up for no reason, they can't.
I don't think there's
No, they can't.
evidence of that happening widespread.
Yes, there is.
Give me an example. All right, I'm trying to do the interview instead of James here.
There's the Proud Boys.
There's people. The Proud Boys.
Yeah, you haven't heard of the Proud Boys?
Yeah, he probably knows some, not as many as I do, but yeah. You just assume that they're bad. You know, they're a drinking club. A drinking club that has American flag hats. Pretty much, that's what they do. Sometimes they get together or whatever, and if somebody's being harassed or something like that, they sort of stop that person from being harassed, whether they're white, black, green, whatever.
The Proud Boys are detaining Mexicans.
Are detaining Mexicans, yes. Most of these bounty hunters that are kidnapping us
they're Proud Boys.
Yeah, one example, please. One example.
White supremacists, yes.
That's
and
not
so
good.
they would love to take me down. They would love to throw me.
No. Most of the ones I know, no offense, but if you lost about 30 or 40 pounds, they'd love to date you if you had a sensible opinion. Okay, just putting that out there. You know, if you lost some weight, a lot of them love Hispanic women. Just putting that out there. You know, preferably, you know, ones that don't have bad opinions and dress up their dog and things like that. But anyway, that's my opinion on it. So you're saying, yeah. Did I pronounce it right earlier? Did you say it? It doesn't matter. I don't care. Yeah. But anyway, she's on about saying Proud Boys would be like I do things that she thinks ICE does or something like that. Not only does she not know what ICE does, she puts that kind of behavior onto the Proud Boys. I'm like, what the heck?
On the floor, that would make them so happy.
Because
no, it's not good, but that's what would make them happy. So yeah, if it could happen to me.
We got to watch out for those Proud Boys, man.
Well, luckily I know how to fight. Right.
Sick your dog after him. James is nice. I don't know if in his full videos, he might have fought back against this opinion or whatever. Her probably just assumed like, okay, this woman is like not going to be convinced by anything I say, so I'm just going to use it for Twitter content. Good job, James. What's this one here? We're going to watch some of this video. We'll come back to it later. This lady, I think, is the same lady that I had on that video I showed you the other day when she was out there arguing with the cop about things, you know, and saying that he was cutting her off in the middle of a sentence and things like that when she was actually the one that's doing it. But anyway, this is one of those sort of moms out there. Supposedly she brings out her kid or something like that to some of these things. But Ocean Plot got an interview with her, so let's watch little bits of this at a time, okay? Because I can't handle too much at a time.
So, do you feel comfortable sharing your name on camera?
Yeah, I've already been doxxed by the right wing.
Okay.
It's Ren Perkerson.
Ren.
You can find me on TikTok at Ren in the Wild with underscores.
So you were back out here after the craziness this weekend.
Been here.
Yeah. Tell me how you're feeling.
I am feeling absolutely energized. I feel happy and great because although things have changed.
Yeah, Ocean Plot does a good job. I got nothing against him. He's out there just doing interviews, and when he sees something crazy or whatever, he puts his camera there and doesn't express his opinion. That's what a sort of a normal live streamer would do. I do a little bit more of a conservative live streamer thing. I'll really admit that, you know, but for the most part, he doesn't express his opinion. But I'm sure that the Antifa still doesn't like him out there exposing what's going on any more than anybody else. I think the only live streamer that we know that Antifa kind of likes is the pretend media guy. All he does is point his camera one direction, leaves it there. Whatever.
The fight has not stopped. They thought that they won a battle, but they did
Right.
not. We actually have a lot of evidence of all the assaults and looting, and just because you got away with it one night does not mean you'll get away with it forever.
Right.
We still have Operation Inflation going strong. We handed out, other
What is Operation Inflation?
our inflatables and stuff. We also have
Oh, inflatables. I got you.
our food going on. We are going to be switching up strategies because you have to adapt to survive.
Yeah, don't tell Snooks that I'm still drinking Mountain Dew, okay? Don't tell Snooks that I'm drinking a lot of Mountain Dew still. I'm thirsty, okay? But don't tell Snooks that, okay? Thanks.
And we're certainly not going to continue power struggling because our issue is not with these fragile, insecure traders, okay? Our issue is about the revolution. It's about the entire United
Bigger
States.
She's probably pointing at people that have a American flag hat or that have a camera that she doesn't like, you know, calling them traitors. So I'm a traitor in her mind, basically.
It's not right here on this corner. It's not in this one way. It's
She might be talking about the cops too, possibly.
not with a base camp. That's not the revolution. And as I keep saying, Antifa literally means anti-fascist. And if you're pro-fascism, are you really American?
Is it the same
You
person?
really say
Is it the same person? I'm pretty sure it's the same person that was yelling at the cops the other day. Just that voice, that annoying kind of, your mom was yelling at you when you were 6 years old, that kind of voice, you know?
you're American? And so you can't unalive an idea. You can't get rid of an idea. And that's all it is. And so we're back, stronger than ever. We are energized and we know what we're doing here. So they might have kicked us down in the
I was hoping Andy No would sort of retweet that video. He tweeted one video that she was in, and everything. I've got her here kind of yelling at a cop. Why don't you retweet this one? No big deal, though. But if you guys do want to follow me on Twitter, like Yaya probably does, you know where the link is down there or something like that. If you want me to put the link in the chat, let me know.
dirt a little bit, but that's just for a second.
Well, you may not want to dwell on that, and that's okay. But for the record, did they loot the camp? Is that what happened?
Oh, yes, they did. So basically what happened, I unfortunately had other obligations, so I had to watch this live happen, and that was very, very traumatizing enough to see everybody. Because what they did is Portland police and the right-wing agitators, they came, there's 75 of them, and they went and set up around the corner on this private property. They've already been trusted.
How many people were there that day, you think, guys? I think that was that Friday or Saturday. There were maybe 10 people with cameras and maybe 20 or 30 other patriots that might have been hanging around or whatever. But those other 20 or 30, they didn't really go down there and start anything, you know. They were just kind of standing around here and there. So if it's 10 plus, say, 30, that makes 40. Did you just double the amount of people that were there? I'm sure that was a simple mistake.
Trespass from. They left their garbage, by the way, along with all their names on the receipts. Because they
Their garbage? You mean the garbage that you guys left there? That garbage? Oh, the DoorDash receipts. Okay. They left their names on their DoorDash receipts. Have you guys gotten a DoorDash receipt? Is there any private information on that DoorDash receipt? If it was sent to, if the address was a different place, like the storage facility, is there any personal information on those DoorDash receipts that you can dox or something like that? Like, look, be smart, be smart.
Smart. And so what they did is they went over there, and then Portland police came with them.
She's like, but remember, she's a social justice person or whatever my video said she was.
We have all these videos where there's like secret language going on between them. They're watching them loop. There is a video on TikTok this guy put together about 20 minutes long that's really awesome and shows the still shots and stuff, the leaf blowers, any electronics. They took all the masks. They acted like they don't wear gas masks too. And they keep saying we're funded. You know who we're funded by? The citizens of Portland. Their
I call bull crap.
own community. Their own community comes and brings these things. When they're talking about, look at all their toothpaste and toothbrushes, we give that out to the houseless fucking.
So you admit you brought leaf blowers out there, and you have no evidence that anybody on the right stole those leaf blowers? More than likely, who would have stolen those leaf blowers, guys? Who would have stolen the leaf blowers to make an extra buck? Anybody? Anybody? Maybe the people that you allowed to have tents camped right next to that spot there where they were at, that walk around at night, you know, and are all around the city at night. Yeah, the houseless, as you call them. Maybe those people are the ones that stole something. Maybe you're want to assume the worst of other people and not sort of assume something logical, like the needy are the ones that would do any, and maybe they want to sell it to buy some other bad things, you know, but the needy would sort of see something lying on there that's of value to someone and try to, no cops are around to watch them at that time. That maybe those people, you know, but yeah, let's accuse people who are out there on video.
If you are not here to harm us physically, then we will help you. And they say like, well, we're not welcome unless, you know, if we disagree. That's not it. You want to harm us. You guys say you're.
I got a cheap one myself or whatever earlier in the spring or whatever, but it's one of those ones you plug into the house or whatever, a regular one, Black & Decker, $40 for that one. But yes, the cordless ones or things like that, get the extra batteries. So, and I think Cam's showed some of those to us. They look a little nicer than my little $40 Black & Decker.
Patriots, but you're calling for physical harm up to unaliving on your own people while wearing flag code violations. It's 14 rules, 2 pages. They really should start reading it if they want to call themselves patriots.
So
we'll get back to that video later. I can comment on things and everything when I see something to comment on. I apologize. It was a 12-minute video. Some people don't want to go a whole 12-minute video until, you know, and sort of have nobody sort of say something, you know, especially when I see something in the chat, somebody's referencing the video. I want to be able to respect the chat. So that's why I do that. But hopefully you're doing good, Trump Train. Let's check and see what else we got going on over here. You got more people popping in the chat. Thank you, guys. He's giving his commentary. Yeah. Plus the other thing too, if this was a YouTube video, for instance, if I just played that continuously and just let it go, they could sort of find some way to give me a copyright strike because I'm not adding my own individual information on that. So that's the other reason I comment. I'll admit sometimes I comment too much and bore you guys to death with my beautiful voice, but we'll come back to that video. Yeah, you're right. 3 minutes of that is crazy. Yeah, have you guys seen this video here? And the horsing around here that they see YouTube is just kind of horsing around. It's not, you might think of it as fighting, but they're just kind of mutual sort of little trying to giving people high fives like it says in the thing there. high fives and fist bumps, things like that. Sometimes they don't quite do the high fives and fist bumps, but you'll see in this video by Cam Higby that they have trouble giving people high fives and fist bumps, just in case you guys think it's violence or something.
Century, doing something mean to it, do it better than.
See, that guy, when he did that thing there, he didn't know the other guy wasn't ready to do a handshake, so he was a little bit too fast on the handshake on that one there. I don't know what this sort of thing here is for. I'm sure they'll explain it. But yeah, there's no violence intended with that device coming out there. No violence intended with that out there. Is there fault in Cam Higby, right? This guy had a trouble with his shoe or something like that, so he was trying to ask Tommy Boy here, can you tie my shoe for me? Because he was having trouble tying his shoe. That's why he sort of put his foot out there to see if Tommy Boy would sort of help him out with it there.
If you touch me again, it will be a problem for you, motherfucker.
And Tommy Boy sometimes has trouble here, right there. He was trying to, hey, I want to shake your hand. I want to shake your hand or whatever. But instead of shaking his hand, he shook his bald head. So he needs to work on his aim there. Okay. You see, Tommy, tell him to work on his handshake. Okay. And that was another little situation there that the women have a lot of trouble here. See, she's trying to shake her hand, but she missed and somehow thought her face was her hand or something like that. I'm not sure where that came from there. That was a different situation there with the hand. Or maybe it was a hug, an attempted hug and everything, and she couldn't reach around the blonde hair or something. I'm not sure what was going on with that one.
21st century, doing something mean to it, do it better than any.
And this guy, they were trying to, again, to check each other's shoes on that one there, and they tripped over people's shoes. That was what's going on there. Okay, guys. I do this partly because YouTube they don't like any kind of violence or anything like that. So, because there's no violence on these things, there's just no accidents and things.
Anybody you ever seen do it, screams from the haters, got a nice ring.
They're just kind of trying to give a hug or whatever, but instead of hug the back, he hugged his front. That's what that was on that last one you saw there.
Into it, I guess every superhero need his theme music. No one man should have.
Again, that was a fist bump, kind of a leftist fist bump. You saw what Chandler did there. He doesn't know how to do the fist bump correctly, so he does this thing. I don't know, but that's a leftist. USA. What Trump train say? I'm just curious. That's what we're going to try to find out after I finish this video here. We'll check and see if Tommy Boy is live or if anybody else said anything on Twitter. But we'll check and see what's going on there. Trump train being a good boy. Oh, Trump train is having troubles there. There was a cool video or whatever I saw, an AI video of like the Trump train, rolling through Portland or whatever. It was kind of cool. You see that one? Anyway, let's finish this video. He probably really wants to see Tommy Boy, I'm guessing. USA. Oh, I like how he finished this. This are part of Cam's videos probably too, but notice he finished it by showing he should have used like a slow down version right here. And the day after this, there was still junk over there, and I saw the next day, I think it was the day after, the final cleanup and everything. You saw my video, the 3-minute video on YouTube. It was like the final cleanup of all the junk on there and everything. Nobody else got the final cleanup but me, just FYI. How much in that barbecue that you just passed there? It was like a $500 barbecue. That freezer was probably about a $300 freezer too. So I'm sure the people in the city just kind of throw around $300 or $500 at a time. Just, yeah, I'm sure that's what's going on there. It's hard to turn it off. AK2's in the house. What's going on, K2? He's our moderator troll. I'm not sure if he's in a trolling mood or whatever, but if he acts silly or whatever, it's okay. He's just being K2 there. But if you want to know about how to put a truck together and the things that deal with trucks or whatever, ask K2. I'm not sure if he's in the mood to talk about it, but anyway, crazy people here. Yeah, when he was pointing at his neck or whatever, I think he had a sore on his neck. He was doing that. I'm sure that's what Antifa was doing. They were just scratching their necks when they're pointing to their neck, right? Yeah, that's it. I already watched the rest of this. Okay. Let's check and see. We watched that one in there. See if Tommy Boy is live by chance here. Oh, Tomato's live tonight. Insurrection Barbie. No, nothing going on there. Just double checking there. I'm going to check on another screen here. I just don't want anything inappropriate to show up on Twitter, so check and see if anybody said anything that might be down there right now. Katie Davis court was at that court meeting or whatever. Ooh, even 3 minutes ago, the court case about Oregon versus Trump, basically. Due to daily 24-hour protests described as unlawful, WT, that's the initials, I think, for the ICE person, reiterated his support for having National Guard assistance. 6 minutes ago, she said, WT, the ICE person in charge, I think, said he contacted Portland Police Explosives Unit for assistance, in which a unit responded. However, he said he was shocked that Portland Police Department failed to deploy patrol cars to help block off the streets and create a perimeter until the active situation was rendered safe. Seriously? I'm just going to pull this over here so you guys believe me. Can you imagine a potential bomb situation or something like that at a time, ask for explosives assistance? And the explosive people came, probably 3 or 4 explosive type people to defuse the situation there. Oh, thank you for is that Yaya saying something in my chat there? I didn't know you were on my Discord if that was you. Thank you so much. But thank you for shouting that out if you did. But anyway, what was I saying? But yeah, it's like you're having a bomb there and you don't have anybody to protect the public if in case the explosives is going to go boom boom because you're afraid to disrupt Antifa's control of the block. Wow. Okay. Anyway, let's check and see if there's anybody else that posted anything. Here, carefully go through this. Silly advertisements. Rings for men. I don't like jewelry personally. Some other guys like jewelry. I'm gonna block that, whatever that is. Ocean plot. Ooh, 30-second video. No, I don't want. I already have the premium normal. I don't want the premium plus, whatever nonsense. It's expensive. But Ocean plot has his own little thing here. Whatever you guys were talking about, Ocean plot. I feel like he's got his own little video here. Let's do this. I need a video like this. Maybe like Mr. Bill or something like that. Pretty relaxed, very cool. Tonight on X Live. So he's up there. Is he on live from Portland or Seattle? I'm not sure if he was. Is he the one that was going up to Seattle? I think he did say he was going to Seattle. Anyway, it's him. 32 minutes ago, this guy was there. Let's see what he says here.
In case anything happens tonight. This video, just in case anything happens tonight.
Is a Tommy Boy fan person or whatever that's flowing on or whatever. But anyway.
Just know that I'm legal. The things on me are legal. Definitely try to de-escalate if that happens. Do that out here.
You're hanging around with Tommy Boy, going to a direct action in Seattle. Please tell me how you're de-escalating things. I mean, if you're trying to separate Tommy Boy and the wild stuff, then yeah, maybe you're de-escalating that way.
But you know, I'm gonna make sure
Hi, Crystal.
both the Knicks are out here. There's a lot of people out here, man, and
There she is.
I'm gonna make sure they get home.
Hey, Trump Brain, sorry for interrupting the video here. I know you don't like me interrupting the video, but just shouting out Crystal Wilkins there. She used to be my mod back when I was on Facebook. I could have like 12,000 people or whatever over there, and January 6th or whatever, since she was one of my editors, she lost her Facebook page. I felt very bad about that, so I'm hoping she's doing pretty good out there. She's still a mod. Hey, Crystal, have you talked to the other editor lady by chance over there? I don't remember how's she doing. Sorry, I can't remember her name top of my head there, but hopefully she's doing good. Took me a while to find me. That's a weird thing with the algorithm or whatever. Unless you have like a lot of people in your lives, it doesn't show up to everybody or something like that. And I guess I've got 60. I don't know. Probably some of those are Twitter people. No, I don't have Twitter on right now. So 60 YouTubers or so. Thank you so much. But you still do talk to her, Kathy. Thank you, Kathy was her name. Yes. Cool. Tell her I said hi or whatever, and give her the link to my YouTube or whatever if she doesn't already have it. And tell her I'm still feel bad about what happened back in the day. Anyway, let's see what else is going on here. Thank you. Supposedly, the Tommy's in Seattle. I'm guessing this is from a motel about 4 minutes ago. Let me speed it up.
Yeah, so if anything happens, just know that yeah, I'm gonna make sure that these guys get to their cars and can get out of here. So if something happens to me, and I don't care if you make fun of my teeth, because I actually fight knock fools out. So I'm missing teeth. I've just kind of waited for a couple more fights to get a couple more knocked out before I get my teeth fixed, So make fun of that if you want to. All the Patriots won't give a fuck because they know what I'm out here for. But if something does.
Yeah. Give her my YouTube or whatever. I think you guys still know my number or whatever. You can text me or whatever if you want to. I don't care.
Happen to me. I'm gonna make sure everybody else gets home, and yeah. So yeah, when they killed Charlie Kirk, they changed something to me.
Unalive.
I really didn't get involved in politics. Sure, I wanted Trump, right? Like, but I wasn't into that politics. When people.
All right. The main point is that he's there to protect Tommy Boy and all that. But anyway, that was 32 minutes ago. Sorry. See if there was anything else recently on that one there. For the Andy doing stuff, different things. Benny Johnson had a party. Where was that one at? That was the other day, wasn't it? Rebels. Maybe that's Nevada. Not a whole lot of other stuff that I see popping up right there. I'll do a quick refresh real quick just to see what else is going on there. And I'll look at YouTube and see if anybody's live from there on YouTube by chance. You guys are probably watching me right now because there's nothing else to watch, right? I see how you are. Checking the side panel. I don't see Tommy Boy live over there or Rebel or anybody else right now. Nope, not on the Twitterverse. So strange that people are using Twitter now. Remember back in the day when you had Periscope or whatever, but IRL live streamers weren't using Periscope. They were usually using Facebook. Now nobody hardly uses Facebook for IRL stuff. They use YouTube and Twitter and Twitch, but it barely counts. Okay, nothing else going on there. Although, tournament show 2 hours ago. That's not related to what we're talking about. Nothing else related to what we're talking about going on there. Okay, we'll get back to my fun stuff on the bookmarks here. And I'll check YouTube and see if anything's going on YouTube. Is the audio quality okay, guys? Bookmarks right there. I don't want to watch the rest of that video later. But this is what it was about right here.
There could be an Antifa direct action in Seattle's Volunteer Park. I picked up this flyer at last week's Seattle Anarchist Book Fair. This event is being called Mischief Night, means fight back. Starts at 7 p.m. You know what it's going to be about. F ICE, F prisons, F Israel, F the state. So I know there's a lot of chatter online.
That's all I can say is F.
And it's unclear how big it's going to be or if people even show up. But again, this is being handed out right now. Looks like there's going to be an Antifa direct action in Seattle this evening. So stay tuned.
Yeah, that's a good question somebody asked. Said where they're from, Wyoming or something like that. Let's get a location check just to get the chat busy or something like that. Where's everybody from? What state? You don't have to say what street you live on. Just say what state you're from or country you're from. Oregon here, FYI. Crystal, I can't remember where Crystal was from. But anyway. What is it? I do have a Ko-Fi page. Yes, I do. Oh, is that the Streambot? Oh, I was going to check. I fixed. I was working on the Nightbot thing. Is it the Nightbot being nice? I'm trying to see if it's working out there with little messages every once in a while that it'll say out there. No, I'm not a grifter, guys. I'm just testing this here. So you'll, Crystal, FYI, when I was on Facebook, I hardly ever did any grifting there. Once in a while I would say, if you guys want to help pay for my gas, you can do that, you know. But I don't do this grifting thing people do out there, you know. I just educate people. But right now I'm just educating myself about how to do this, the Nightbot thing. So once in a while you'll see the Nightbot on the YouTube there with different messages there. And then also if I see streamers in the chat or whatever and they want to shout out their channel, all they have to do is put exclamation mark and then their name or whatever in it. It'll show up with their thing there. Michigan, California, Oregon. I'm glad you didn't spell it Oregon like half the people on the East Coast do, right? What else we got over there? Thank you guys for keeping the chat busy. If you want to keep it busier also, let's do this other thing real quick here as we're waiting for anybody to go live. For Mr. Bill to get a haircut tomorrow. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a human. Put a 2 in the chat if you're not always sure if you're a human or not. Put a 3 in the chat if you're definitely not a human, if you're an AI or something like that. Okay. It's my silly thing. I can have a silly thing. Get back to this stuff here. And while you guys watch this next video, I'm going to try to, well, maybe not this 6-second video, but that guy's anti-fascist or something like that. Blowing the whistle. I don't even want to hear the whistle, so only 6-second video. We're going to skip that one. This was interesting here. This Nick Shirley video. He's in New York City on this one here. And he saw a guy with a knife or whatever walk by women or something like that.
Did you see that?
Seen this one?
Yes, he just went up and just boom. How you doing, sir? Hey! You just see that? He tried to come out. Did he get that on film? Did you see that? Yes, he just went up and just boom. He does have a knife. Where's NYPD at? Hey, walk away from him. Walk away from him. He has a knife. Yeah, I am getting away from you. Yeah, I'm gonna go get the police on your ass. I'm gonna go get the police on your ass. For what? I just saw you push that lady over there. Where's NYPD at? I just saw you pull a knife out as well. Yeah, I'm gonna get your ass arrested. That's what I'm gonna do.
Detained at least.
How you doing, sir?
I don't know what language he was speaking to. I think it was some crazy language at that point also. I don't see any IRL streamers live right now on YouTube. If you guys see one from Seattle or Portland, let me know. But right now I don't even see that one guy, the Pretend Media guy. He says he's going to go out there every night. I don't see him live right now anyway. BCP's not live and Rebel's not live on Twitter, but let's keep going through some of this here. Thanks for hanging out, guys and girls and others if you really want to be mentioned. Let's watch some J.D. Vance here from the other day. I want to see some of the stuff he was saying.
There's a liberal idea out there that I think is wrong, and that's that liberalism is the source of freedom of religion. And actually, if you go back to the original founding documents of the United States of America, if you go back to the
loud as I can get it.
legal tradition, well before there was ever United States of America, what you find is the freedom of religion is actually a Christian.
Not yet, Kirk. Is that Kirk? Yeah. Not yet that I've seen or whatever. If you see it live, let me know. Get caught up on all the crazy stuff or whatever that's going on. Yeah. Basically, what you see going on nowadays in the past 140 days, Antifa was outside of the Portland area doing crazy stuff over there. And the past weekend or whatever, Portland police, with the help, in my opinion, of live streamers that were down there, like Cam Higbee and others, pointing out that how dangerous it is to be there. That, along with the fact that they don't want Trump to send the National Guard, they're trying to make themselves look good. It's the reason they kind of cleared out that camp and cleared out that street, and have been having police officers stationed on the corner across from the ICE building lately to make sure things don't go haywire. And they said they're going to no jaywalking allowed anymore, even though for the past 140 days, jaywalking was like the only thing they did.
Concept. And the reason it's a Christian concept is very simple. Because Christianity, Imago Dei, the idea that we are all made in the image of our Creator, means that we must respect the free will of every single person. Now, part of that is you have a conversation with people. Having free will doesn't mean that you're not allowed to encourage somebody, that you're not allowed to talk to somebody about your faith, that you're not allowed to talk about certain values in school. When our founders talked about freedom of religion, they didn't mean you weren't allowed to say a Christian prayer in a public school, or that you weren't allowed to talk about Jesus Christ in a public forum. They just meant that nobody could force you to profess the Christian faith.
Yeah. Sorry if that truck train guy, he doesn't like it when I interrupt the stream or whatever, but there was a good question in the chat, so I'll interrupt it for the good question in the chat. Or did I just see it here? That one right there. That's a good question. I think inflame may be the wrong word, but when the left already has one enemy that they're dealing with, ICE, in their opinion, and then when you all of a sudden give them another enemy in their minds only, they already had Katie Davis Court, Honey Badger Mom there for the longest time. They were like the only people out there, maybe a few other patriots that kind of follow them, that were out there kind of being their bodyguards. But for the most part, for 80 or 90 days, not even I went out there. I had other things going on, but and then all of a sudden you see a lot of other live streamers go out there, Rebel, Black Conservative Preacher, you got Audra's people out there that used to be Cops Northwest type people, out there supporting ICE, and the Charlie Kirk thing or whatever, all these other kind of things. There's more and more conservatives that were coming out there, so they had to sort of get more upset and everything, and do crazier things, at late at night. During the day, they were still wearing their suits and doing their recon thing, like taking pictures of me the other day because I was walking on that one sidewalk, doing that kind of stuff. But at night, they started to get a little bit crazier, a little bit more pushy against the ICE as they were coming out. As you saw that one 40-year-old lady the other day that didn't want to get out of the way, and then she fell down because of ICE, right? Nope, because she didn't know where she was going. But anyway, let's finish this off real quick, and then we'll do a double check.
That had to come from your own free will. And I believe that, and I think every Christian who I've ever spoken to believes that the source is the Christian, the source of your faith, the Christian understanding must be your own free will. But here's the thing about Christian values.
There might be more JD Vance as I'm going down here, but let's get a quick little double check here along this stuff here. Scroll down here. Rob Moore, Rumpel. I just want to see the people I follow there, but there's people for the most part there. And nothing else going on there really so far there. It's crazy. But what I would do for you though, real quick here, guys, if I saw Polish American Brotherhood on over there right now over there, I'm gonna have you guys do me a favor if you don't mind. Tara's the girl that confronted Antifa back in the day, all sorts of different events out there. Do me a favor if you would for me. I'm gonna give you her link to this video here. She's probably getting ready to end. This is when she usually ends at 7 o'clock, but go surprise her with a few hellos over there if you don't mind for me. Come back to me when you're done, but go over there and say hello to Polish American Brotherhood and her dad for me, please. Tell her Mr. Bill said hello. If she's still over there, please tell her Mr. Bill said hello. I would really appreciate that. I'll even keep an eye on you. If you're going over there, tell him Mr. Bill said hello. Click that link and go over there and say that for me. And then come back and watch me when she's done or whatever, but I think she's getting ready to be done. Okay. So hopefully somebody will come over there and say hi and give her a subscribe on her chat. She's got 9 people watching her over there. She needs a few more followers if you don't mind. I'd appreciate it. Okay. Back to the news over here. Well, here's your favorite little costume people here. Where was this one at? University of New Mexico. This was outside of the rally they were having when Erica Kirk was there and Vice President you just saw there. This is the way they were acting outside of that event there.
The foundation of his empire was the group he co-founded and led, Turning Point USA, which is a key youth recruitment arm of the MAGA movement. Kirk was able to launch Turning Point.
Thank you, Nuxus. I see you over there.
18 and as a college dropout because he received money from Tea Party member Bill Montgomery, right-wing donor Foster Price, and his own father, also a prolific right-wing donor piece of shit. He was an unrepentant racist, transphobe, homophobe, and misogynist who often wrapped his bigotry in Bible verses. There was no other way to pretend that it was morally correct. He had children, as do many vile people. That's
The only vile people I see are the ones that on my screen right now that are attacking a widow that just lost her husband recently, and you're acting like this. If one of you lost a cherished person in your life, would you want somebody to go to an event you were going to and belittle it or something like that? I don't think you really think that was a great thing.
He was asking New Yorkers who they voted for.
Tara's over there. Yeah, we had a couple people going over there to say hi, guys. I appreciate you guys going over there to say hi and giving her a subscribe over there. Very nice of you. Let's see what else. I don't even want to hear the rest of this particular video. Do another double check and see if anybody's. Let's watch some more of this brilliant rocket scientist here. Sort of 3 minutes right here.
While wearing flag code violations. It's 14 rules, 2 pages. They really should start reading it if they want to call themselves patriots.
So what you potentially got?
I don't think you know what the flag code is, because the way to dispose of it is not to burn it in public on a street. Just FYI, that's not the way you dispose of a flag. Here it is. Let's go through a process. There we go. If anybody else wants to hang out with Tara over there, give her a like there. There's somebody in my chat the other day, I can't remember the name, but that wanted me to interview Rebel, the blonde-haired lady or whatever. That I'm not sure if he wanted me to interview her because he thought she was good-looking, but if somebody wants to see an attractive lady over there, that's not looking for anybody right now. But anyway, go subscribe and say hi to Tara over there. But you guys are going to tell her I said she's attractive in a nice way. It's just like Trump says he gets in trouble for saying women are beautiful or something like that. I'm not saying it mean or anything like that. So be nice. Let's see what else this lady has to say.
DHS, PPP, and local citizens aligned against you. What gives you the courage to keep coming out here? What is that inside you?
What else are we going to do? I mean, give me liberty or give me unalive, and I know you're alive, so I'm trying to watch my language.
You should try to watch your language. It looks like with that. I don't think it's what people watch their language too much. Let's see what else we got going on here. Double checking other things. No, so nothing much going on. What did this guy say? Yeah, that's what a direct action, part of the things of a direct action is, where they do not want to be filmed. That's why I keep saying Antifa stands for anti-First Amendment, not anti-fascist. Is that because they do not like cameras when they're going to direct actions and things like that, especially if there's only 3 or 4 out there that were going or something like that, and there's nobody in Seattle besides Jonathan Cho that would sort of have another camera out there besides visitors that I can think of. Maybe some of the Christian groups or whatever might have some strong men that would stand up to some of that stuff there, but they've got other things to do, like Bible studies to go to, you know. Anything else to look at here? I'll try to get another minute of her before I go crazy.
Here. But I mean, call it the Tylenol with the tism, all right? But I took that literally. I will not live unfree to even speak about what I want. I will not live and sit.
You can speak all you want to. You don't spit in federal officers' faces is what we don't want you to do. Speak all you want. Just don't threaten people's lives, you know, but nobody's stopping you from speaking. They're stopping you from spitting and disrupting federal employees doing their job.
They're in my privilege and comfort while this is happening to my neighbors. My privilege and comfort is exactly why I particularly need to continue on, because I need to make sure that I'm there to not.
In the Freevert, I would think it would be similar. Sorry, I didn't see your chat till now. Let me double check over here for you, but doesn't it, if you're on your desktop, does it show up on the side of your screen like this, or it shows up for me? I think that's how it works. If you're on your phone, I notice it's a little bit harder to do that. However, it doesn't really show up on your phone when you're looking at it. There, let me see if I can show you here. Make it bigger for you here. When you're looking at your phone, let me go to Twitter. Sure, nothing great. And you go to your homepage on Twitter, is all you see is that pretty much, right? I would think it would show up here, but most of those things at the top are just spaces and things like that. Maybe up there, but more than likely what you would have to do is do a search for somebody who you think is going live, Tommy Boy, for instance, and then you go to Tommy Boy's account, wherever you're looking for, and then you would see whether he was live or not, and then you'd be able to click on that live on that channel and then go from there. It's a little bit trickier to do that way. But if you're using it on the desktop here, you look at the side of the screen here, easier, and scroll down here, and you'll see, like, for instance, if somebody's hosting or whatever, that means that they're live. If it's a space or whatever with just audio, no video, it'll say audio Anthony Aguero is just speaking or something like that. But if it's in a red circle, it means that they're live doing something. Okay, like that. My information for the day there. Monster Liberty is doing something out there also. Anyway, let's get to 5 minutes on this one here.
Not only help uplift, but protect those voices, those other voices, and that's why I'm here. No están solo.
So some news today or yesterday, the National Guard got blocked.
Yeah.
Are y'all preparing for both? Like, if they come, if they don't come, or do you have an opinion on it?
We're kind of indifferent to it.
Right.
It's like,
give me a second for the next answer. Just try to get through a minute here.
like I said, we're getting it from all sides. And
right.
So it's like, how much can you really throw at us before, I mean, what is it? It sounds, again, so cliche, but what did Elsa or Anna say in that? You just do the next right thing.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing. We just try to do the next right thing, got out like the beads, and we've got the giant Jenga, and we've got a dance party going on and stuff. And we sorted through the U-Haul. We got our stuff back. We are doing the laundry, putting the inflatable.
Oh, you got your stuff back. I thought it was stolen. You said 2 minutes ago in this video that it was stolen by right-wingers. You got it back? It was all in the U-Haul, huh? Interesting.
Back together, figuring out what that next move is. And we have some ideas. Stay tuned.
Okay, cool. Anything planned for Halloween? Like any?
Oh, actually, I don't know. I encourage people, in all honesty, for safety reasons, to give that night a break.
Yeah.
We know from previous protests, like, you know, you have to learn from history, obviously. Right. And what will happen is November 1st, all the headlines are going to be about the cut in funding and the food stamps and everything.
But you don't understand. A good percentage of the Antifa types that are out there are, for lack of a better word, satanic type Antifa. Those type of Antifa may come out there late at night that night and do crazy things because All Hallows Eve and things like that, you know. But on this question here, I don't know what if I said they or something like that. My point was anyway that there's nobody live here. I'm just going to do a refresh. I think it should refresh itself, but I'll do a refresh and see if anybody's going live. But yeah, my guess is OceanBot said he was going to go live tonight at 7 o'clock. It's 7:12 right now. We're looking at Twitter there. Just all the ones you're seeing on your screen there are just people streaming from home or doing things at home right there. So I'm going to double check my YouTube over here. And again, go to give Tara over there like and follow over there if you haven't done it already. I appreciate it. She does a great job when she goes out there and confronts Antifa. She gets all ready for it too. But anyway, let's see what else we got going on here. So looking to see if there's any live YouTubers real quick here. You guys are probably checking it for me, but I'll just check it myself too. Pretend Media is probably in Portland right now. I don't see anybody else that's live out there right now in the Seattle area or anything like that. At least not that I can see here. Probably some TikToker from Seattle or something like that, lefty from Seattle. But I have a TikTok, but I only use it to view people I know on TikTok. You know, I don't even have it shouted out on my channel. Who wants TikTok anyway, right? But here's the feed from in a second. Here's when this advertisement gets done. I'll see what Pretend Media is looking at here. But I'm guessing they're looking at the backs of Antifa here at Portland. Excuse me. Oh, an interview of somebody at Portland here. Oh boy. Yeah, he's just out there at Portland. Somebody's in a mask looking at him, talking to him. Not a whole lot of stuff there, but if you want a middle of the road guy, and he might lean one way or the other or whatever, but here's what's happening in Portland here with this link here I'll give you. Shout this, not really shouting it out, just giving it up. This is Portland. I know you guys want to see what's going on in Seattle, but here's a link in Portland. I'll try to watch that one later, but I think I'd rather go watch the news because we've already seen this video here basically for the past 140 days that's Pretend Media has on the screen. Here, so let's see what Erica Kirk had to say here. Let's see what she had to say.
Being on campus right now for me is a spiritual reclaiming of territory. And let me explain that because there is a lot of symbolism in today. It's Wednesday, 7 weeks. And the more that I am coming to grips with the permanency of this nightmare, the more...
That link I just put in the chat there, that's for Polish American Brotherhood over there. If you guys want to check her out, she's going over some news and things like that there also. But you guys can give her a subscribe and a like and maybe say Mr. Bill said hello or whatever. I'd appreciate it. Her dad has some good opinions from a Polish American perspective. Back to her.
More than I'm starting to realize and witness that the enemy, he doesn't want you. He wants your territory. He wants your influence. And when our team asked my dear friend, Vice President J.D. Vance, to speak today, I really prayed on it because obviously it's a very emotional day. But I could just hear Charlie in my heart. I could just hear him say, go reclaim that territory, babe. Go.
Reclaim the territory. I like that. Very introspective.
Being on campus.
Here's something cool and relaxing for you. It's Travis Nealton. I think this is the guy that is the bodyguard for Honey Badger Mom and some of the other people that are down there, but he likes to go out in different places and see what's going on in oceans and beaches and waterfalls. Here's some 42 seconds of relaxation for you. Hey guys, I was just looking at the poll question in there about when you meet people, what do you do? 26% said shake hands. 6% said fist bump. Huh. Not many. 30% say hug. Most of you guys say it kind of depends on the situation or other. Interesting. Oh, what others are there? Well, hopefully not a kiss or whatever, something like that. But some people, I guess, in other cultures, they kiss the cheek or something like that, I guess. But anyway, it was kind of interesting. Thank you for the 125 votes over there on that question. Let's see what else we got going on over here. If you guys want to support this guy here too, just FYI, he's the guy that's kind of always out there, does this for volunteer work or whatever. But if you want to check his channel out there, he's got 16,000 people watching him. Most of his stuff, he does a little bit of this, a little bit of that, bodybuilding and things like that. But yeah, I think he needs any more help than he already has there. But anyway, this is his channel here. In the chat coming up there. It's Twitter anyway. Thank you, thank you. Watch that one. Cam Higby, I already saw that one. Let's do another. You guys seen Tommy Boy or anybody else live out there right now? You'd think they would try to go live or whatever from somewhere else, or my guess is they'll just do videos from around the corner or something like that if they're too afraid of, depending on how many black bloc there are. 21 hours ago.
Somebody let him know that I can hear his horn over their DJ shit when he goes full board.
I don't know what that was about. Sometimes I just click on the bookmark for the heck of it. Dave Medina had a little video of this. It's the frog walk, guys. It's the frog walk. It's a band of frogs. What do you call a group of frogs? You know, a herd is like a cow herd. What do you call a herd of frogs or something like that? Frogville, I don't know. Anyway, Dave Medina is out there once in a while getting little clips like that. Still scroll up here, see if we got anything else from Tommy Boy or anybody else like that. Thank you. I haven't seen it. By now, you'd think they would have done a tiny clip or something like that, or something like that. It's too crazy, we can't go there, or something like that. But nothing from up there yet. We know they're up there. Saw a picture of them, but looked like it by a hotel or something. But I'm not seeing anybody live up there. Black Rebel, if anybody would be live, you know, he's not afraid to go back down. But I'll do a double check here on the refresh. Anything going on down there in the world of Seattle? That's 6 hours ago from Ocean. Nothing going on there. Nor's live. Nope, nobody's live there. We double check on YouTube here. I'm pretty sure Pretend Media is the only one that's out anywhere right now doing this Portland thing. I'll give you guys some music while you think about this here. No, still nothing out there. Craziness. Did you guys see? This was kind of cool here from John Thune here. He was not happy about what, after the 13th time of trying to get Democrats to feed people.
And we've tried to do that 13 times. You voted no 13 times. This isn't a political game. These are real people's lives that we're talking about. And you all have just figured out 29 days in that, oh, there might...
Thanks for bringing my eyes and ears out there. I appreciate that, definitely. Yeah, keep me informed or whatever if you see something.
be some consequences. There are people who run out of money. Yeah, we're 29 days in. And they've done their best to make sure that a lot of these programs are funded. But at some point, the government runs out of money. 13 times people over here voted to fund SNAP. 13 times they voted to fund WIC. I ache it back. Finally realized this thing has consequences. Well, you know what? What Democrats are doing here. They're making plans to keep the shutdown going. And we've tried to do that 13 times. You voted no 13 times.
That's almost worth repeating. Huh? That was well said by him. JD Vance talking to somebody here. Why is President Trump going after Thomas Massie? Let's see what this is about here.
Courage within the party because of how it can be framed as a betrayal instead of as internal accountability or an opportunity for debate and negotiation.
Is that Bo Diddle? That's Bo Diddle doing the microphone. Isn't it? I didn't even notice that till now. That is cool. Usually he's the guy that kind of talks to the people outside the building. Now he's inside the building with a microphone, if that's him dressed up. I'm not used to him being dressed up as anything but in a squirrel outfit or something.
So it's a very good question. Let me say this one is hard.
It might not be him.
For me. And the reason it's hard for me is because Thomas Massie and he's one of the first people that ever reached out to me about my book or about political office. I've known Thomas Massie well before I ever got involved in politics. Thomas's wife died maybe it was a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. It was a little while ago. She died very unexpectedly, was a very sweet and kind woman. And I was probably one of the first people that called Thomas to offer my condolences. I think the problem with Thomas, and I've told him this in private, and now I guess I'll say it in public, is it's one thing to disagree with the party on a particular issue. It's one thing to to have your independent stand on a number of questions. And by the way, some of the stuff where Thomas Massie has been independent against the Republican Party, I've agreed with him with. Thomas and I worked together during 2023, where I was trying to stop the limitless flow of American money to Ukraine, and Thomas was one of the people I was working closest with it. But that's one thing. Being independent, having your own opinions is one thing. Voting against the party on every single issue, you're eventually going to make too many enemies. And that is the problem that Thomas has had. It's not one issue, it's not 3 or 4 issues. It's that every time that we've needed Thomas for a vote, he has been completely unwilling to provide it. That is why the President of the United States has trained his ire on Thomas Massie. It's because we can never...
What did you say, Murphy? Oh. Thank you for that. I was still thinking that in the back of my mind. Murphy was like, what is that? Am I going to have to look it up myself? Like, thank you and Brock for helping out with it. It's Army of Frogs. Okay, so at least they have their Army of Frogs there. Maybe they'll come up with a sign for it if they do their research.
Count on him for some of the most difficult votes. I wish that weren't the case. I say that as somebody who's known Thomas well before I got into politics, but politics is politics, and when you always vote against the party, you can't expect the party to actually back you.
Well said. I'm not sure how much that's true. I'm sure once in a while he probably voted with the party on common sense issues, but on big issues, I don't think he's voting with the party. Not her. There's this flag burning lady there. Yeah, give it to Richard. He's the flag burning expert out there. Come on, give it to him. Let him do his nonsense out there. Craziness out there. Hey, losing people here. I don't know, usually I lose people when there's something else going on. Maybe you guys are watching the Pretend Media thing from Portland out there, but maybe it's bedtime where you're at or something like that. It could be probably bedtime from the East Coast. It's a good boy. Yeah, I don't even like to watch it on here. But the same lady here, when I was out there, she thought this guy was Trump here. Make it bigger for you. She thought this is a Trump doll. And Mr. Bill here, my little illegal immigrant guy that I'm harboring here, says, he says, what did you say? He said, I'm not Trump. Trump in D.C. Mr. Bill in Oregon. Much different. Much different. But anyway, she wanted to do that, and then she was like squeezing him or whatever on her camera. I let her borrow. I was like, whatever. It's obviously she's a millennial or a Gen Z or never watched cartoons or something. I don't know what's up with that.
That's why we're still out here protesting these fascist assholes who are kidnapping our friends and our neighbors. We are not going to quit. The 503
There was an interesting thing. I'm sorry to bug you with another thing here, but I was kind of part of a debate, or at least I was in the chat of a debate the other day, and the lefties on this debate were saying that because it's political violence of the right when ICE agents take people away. It's a right-wing violence because ICE agents are taking people where they came from and things like that. But it's obviously state violence. It's not political violence. It's not citizens that are doing this. So it's not, or people that are doing this that aren't government. It's state violence. But my question would have been to him or whatever, if I was a little bit more a part of that. What if every single ICE agent out there identified as a lefty that was doing that same thing because they were instructed to do it by the administration? What if all the ICE agents were left-leaning and that they were still doing that? Would it then be considered also political violence from the left? Think about that. If it's political violence coming from the right, if you think all ICE agents are bad, then what if they all leaned left or voted Democrat? Would it then be political violence from the left? Hopefully that made sense. Anyway.
together and stand strong. We will fight you with frog and song.
Oops, sorry. Silliness. Not her again. This is Tommy from the other day. Let's check and see if we have any live Tommy by chance. Didn't they say that action was tonight, or did they say it's tomorrow night? I thought they said it was tonight, right? The direct action thing or whatever it was that Jonathan Cho saw. It's about a week ago or whatever. It's like either people are stopping them from hitting the live button on their cameras by this time, or there's nothing else they can do or something like that. If you don't do it, walk around Seattle and say you can't do it. Have a quick live or whatever saying that. But there's nothing going on for the past half an hour from Seattle, from the at least two live streamers, Black Rebel and Tommy Boy, and there were some other people that were out there, but I haven't seen any comment from them. Have you seen anything else? Definitely. I know you check it every 10 minutes, but interesting. Let's see what this conversation was about the other day.
Yeah.
I think, was this the guy that kind of got into the little scuffle with Tommy?
I agree. Okay. All right. Thank you, bro. Thank you for bringing me the water. I needed one. Appreciate it. Be safe over there. You know who that is? First dude I knocked out.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah. That's the dude that's the dude that made me famous, you guys. That's the dude that made me famous. Thank you. He made me fucking absolutely famous, you guys.
I think he learned his lesson. Yeah, no, I don't drink down here. I don't drink. He brought me a beer. He brought me a brand new bottle of water. I don't know. Maybe he has a little. I don't know. I'm kind of scared. I was also going to ask if you ran up for round 2. Bro, I'm not going back to jail for you people, bro. If you're serious. Yeah, because I already had to go to jail for defending myself from another after that.
Okay, but like, you and me, right? Like, you didn't go to jail?
No, but I'm not giving them a reason to take me to jail again.
Okay, would you be amenable to trying to like rent a ring?
Yeah, I don't mind doing something like that. Yeah, definitely. Rent a ring and we'll do it. Rent a ring and we can go round 2, 3, 4, whatever you want to do. Round 2, 3, 4, 5, I don't care. As long as it's legal. And I'm not worried about going to jail. He wants to fight. He didn't learn the first time, I guess. It's him. He's got it.
That was Tommy Boy with the guy that had the little situation with him before. If you remember that little situation they had out there. There's more chatters in the chat there. I see. Don't drink the water. Yeah. I do have somebody over there on Twitter. Thank you. Popped in. I saw your name in my Twitter chat yesterday. Thank you so much. My Twitch chat, sorry. And I'm actually getting more Twitch followers. I noticed. I hardly pay attention to it lately, but it's kind of cool to see more Twitch stuff there. Hopefully the Nightbot or whatever I have over there is being nice to you all also. Okay. Should do another double check and see. I know we just checked it 5 minutes ago here, but let's see if double check and see if there's anything else going on in Tommy Boy's world of things. No, he was trying to advertise his Facebook today or whatever, but if you guys want to follow my Facebook, let me know. I do have a Facebook. I'm trying to get 100 people on my Facebook page. If you need the link, let me know. Actually, I'm going to test something. Supposedly, if I fix this right here, if I put that in and then put Facebook in, I think that's what I'm supposed to put in, and then it should show up on its own. Oh, wow, it did work. Oh, at least on Twitch it worked. Did it work? It didn't work on YouTube. Huh. Anyway, Facebook worked on that, but I gotta get. I think maybe it was called something else. Maybe it was called Instagram. And on Twitch, I gotta fix that a little bit more on YouTube for some reason. It didn't work on YouTube. Anyway, technology. I already saw that one. So what was this question here?
Mentioned in the Allison Steinberg with Lindell TV, and Mike Lindell himself is actually mentioned in the judiciary document release involving Arctic frost. When can Lindell and really all other Americans know what to extent and by what means they were targeted and or surveilled in all of this? And will there be a full list released of every American that was involved?
Well, I think my colleagues can speak to this as well, but I think that we're going to just prove what the government has tried to do. We get more documents to do it, and we don't know everybody that's probably been involved yet, but we've got evidence that too many people, and this process should have never gone ahead.
Allison Steinberg.
When is Chuck Grassley going to retire? I mean, he's done a great job for us for 20, 30 years, but definitely we can't become part of the establishment in a lot of cases. He's does okay, but retire, tell somebody else to kind of take your place and boost up somebody else to the committees you go or something like that. Oh, nope, not going to sing here. Not because I'm grifting, okay, because I don't grift, but there's a goal in the chat there that supposedly that says if you guys do want to hear me sing or have me play music or something like that, then you got to do these things on there called a share or something like that. So feel free to do that there and do other things there. Oh, it's too bad. Taurus just ended their stream over there. I was going to send you back over there for a little bit if you wanted to check out Polish American Brotherhood, but you guys are going to have to donate to help that sing or something like that to help my voice. But I'm not grifting. The other weird thing is Lindell TV is like one of the only ones that's allowed in the Pentagon to, as a press person now over there, because they actually do what the Pentagon people tell them to do. Everybody else, even Fox News, is not allowed to report from the Pentagon, I guess.
To open the government, but Senate Democrats are continuing to reject the House passed CR to open the government. But since Congress does have the power of the purse to fund the government, how do you justify blaming Trump to fund all these various aspects of government when it's Democrats who continue to vote to keep it all shut down?
This is, why don't you read this? What this is congressional mandate. It is acknowledged by the Trump administration. What they are.
USDA removed this from website on Friday, October 24th. Emergency SNAP funds must go out in event of government shutdown. Mm-hmm. Again, she just said, you guys have the power of the purse in Congress. If you want the purse, which pays for SNAP, to go out the way it's supposed to, then what you would do is vote for it, okay? That's what you would do. You would vote to make sure that people get their SNAP benefits, even the ones who are not here legally and all that stuff, you know. But you would actually vote for that. You understand?
Thing is, we acknowledge that there are over $5 billion in a fund that in the event of a shutdown will be released in order to continue the SNAP program. That is not unequivocal. That is the reality. Let's have a president who obeys the law for a change.
Let's have a Congress who can answer questions. Oh, this Merkley guy back here is an Oregon senator idiot back there. Everybody else chatting in the chat there? You guys aren't very chatty today. I'm sorry if you're not too chatty. Let me do another double check and see if there's anybody else live from anywhere. Because all I saw is pretend media from over there. That person's not live. That person's not live. Nobody else live from anywhere. Setting 76. Where are they at? Nowhere. Any attention? Nothing else going on there. Sometimes I like to watch school board. Oh, school board meetings. Interesting. Let's check this out for a second here, guys, just to give you something else here. I saw 123 people are watching this school board meeting here. Oops. Go back up there. See if it's getting contentious.
My next question. So my next question is, I'm trying to visualize a three-legged stool, and help me out if this is true or from this discussion, or do you want to modify?
Is that a Corvallis where Oregon State is?
It's like a three-legged stool, and we want to balance it. The three legs are density of facilities, more buildings or less buildings. Another leg is staffing density.
Right, nothing's really happening right now, but it just started about 20 minutes ago here. So evidently, if I looked at this right, whenever you see numbers around 124 people watching a school board meeting on YouTube, that means there's something contentious is going to happen there, and you can see the crowd behind the speakers there. So I'm going to keep an eye on that one there for a little while, see if they do anything crazy there, or what my guess is something about ICE or something like that. Like, oh no, an ICE person was across the street from our school. That's terrible. Something like that. We'll see. Bookmarks. That's not a bookmark, is it? No, bookmarks. There we go. Yeah, still with me? Put a 1 in the chat if you're still in the chat. Put a 2 in the chat if you're not in the chat. I already saw that one. Did that work? It did work. I hit it twice. I hit it one more time. It was already been deleted. Okay, I got it. Refresh this bookmarks. was this thing about here? Democrat congressional candidate Kat somebody or other has just been indicted for impeding federal agents. And there was another video. I don't know. I think I might have it toward the bottom here, but she left an interview after somebody showed the video. It was funny. Yeah, we already saw that one. So here's another pretty picture here. This is from the guy that is the bodyguard for Honey Badger Mom. I've been to the same place, the Cedar Head lighthouse here. There's a little trail that kind of goes up and around it. It's hard enough just to get to the lighthouse, but it's a beautiful view from up there. Nice beach over there too, where you're right over there. Well, they start charging you at this particular lighthouse to use it. Oh, so somebody is in the chat. I did make sure there wasn't. You guys weren't all leaving me at the same time there or something. I appreciate it. Everybody's getting ready to go to bed, or I'm just boring. I'm trying not to be boring. Okay, guys. I just don't know how not to be boring. So, anyway, cool picture. Oh, Chuck Grassley, October 29th. That was yesterday. Quite important information. We're doing a lot of subpoena stuff. See this llama that was here the other day at the Portland Ice building?
Don't spit in my face, Kay. You're hella cute, though. You're a cute llama. Look at the llama.
Is it a llama or is it an alpaca? I can't remember. You guys know the difference between llamas and alpacas?
You guys see the llama, you guys? Look. The llama smells like pee. The llama peed itself, I think, but it's still cute.
Tommy boy.
I know, I said don't spit on me, llama, please. Don't spit in my face. I've seen too many damn videos. It's a llama, you guys. What the fuck? I'd have never expected a llama to be here.
I saw a horse there the other day. Why not a llama, right?
Jeffrey, thank you, brother. Baba, I love you, bro. His pet things get out of hand. Don't spit on me, please. That is cute, bro. Be safe over there with that beautiful llama. I think it had pee on its fur because it smelled like piddle. What have you done? That llama.
Isn't it weird though? Would that be borderline animal abuse? I'm sure that llama's hooves and everything are not supposed to be on cement for very long, but evidently these guys people think it's okay for them to be on constant cement for long periods of time for some reason. But pretty sure that's not the reason they like to be out in the field where it's nice and soft, right? What was this one? I think I already saw that one. There's another pretty picture here. Is this from Travis also? Yes, it's from Travis as well here. That trail to Silver Creek Falls area. This is a nice one. There we go. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Let's see what else we got down here. It's already got something back to that Corvallis thing. Get live. Still not going crazy. They're still talking to people that work there, but still 139 people watching. There's something going to happen here. They always have the comments turned off too, so. Let's go back and see what's going on over here in the world of stuff here. Did I delete that? Oh, I did. That's a different one. Okay. This one here. Click that one there. Erica Kirk came out on the stage here. We saw her speak. Get through some of this stuff here. This guy looks pretty fired up here.
Speech about how he was going to thwart the Trump agenda before he got those cases. He was not the assignment judge. The DC courts have a daily assignment judge. He wasn't the assignment judge. He's on vacation. Somehow gets these cases at 1 in the morning. Was he tipped off? Did somebody tell him these cases against President Trump and his agenda now were coming? I don't know. We should find that out. But Judge Boasberg, what he did to Senator Cruz and maybe other senators, absolutely, and I don't say this lightly, absolutely is worthy of impeachment proceedings. There has to be accountability. The American people have heard a lot about this, and you're going to hear more. We should have Watergate-style hearings on this for months. If we're ever going to root this out,
Deep state judges.
we have to be serious about it, and consequences have to follow. Resignations, firings, criminal prosecutions. You simply can't, in this country, use the justice system to throw people in jail because they have a red jersey on or a blue jersey on.
That makes sense to me. It doesn't make sense to you guys. Equal justice under the law. Where have I heard that before? Equal justice under the law. It sounds familiar. Let's see, we're getting toward the end of it here. Hakeem Jeffries here. Did he say something stupid? We'll find out.
Let me explain something to you. There are 0 cracks on the Democratic side.
John Fetterman, he's not on crack or something. And he's the only one. I think 2 or 3 of them have voted. They need 60 votes, and I think they're about 3 or 4 away. So, yeah, there's cracks on the senator side there. Maybe all the Democrats in the Congress voted against the CR, but in the Senate, you need 60%. Anyway. Democrat Socialists of America. Here, watch this video for a second. Andy, put out here.
I think we're all on the same page that we hate the Democratic Party.
The Democratic Party is not really our friend. It isn't. So why are they?
Socialists don't like Democrats, even though Democrat Socialist is in the name.
The DSA such major players in the Democratic Party. This odd relationship can be understood with the cuckoo analogy. In nature, the cuckoo survives by trickery. It lays its egg in another bird's nest. The unsuspecting parents raise the imposter as their own until the cuckoo grows strong enough to push the true chicks out. The DSA is the cuckoo inside the Democratic Party.
DSA is not the Democratic Party. We must separate ourselves from the toxic Democratic Party. We can put forward a
Well, you know they're toxic, but you guys with hair like this, you're pretty toxic too.
Clear, aggressive, principled strategy that pushes back against the Democratic leadership and the Democratic Party as a whole.
DSA candidates run as Democrats in safe blue districts. They slip through low turnout primaries. And once inside, they use the Democratic label as camouflage while advancing an extremist anti-American agenda far beyond the party's mainstream.
I don't agree with the Democratic Party, but it's a great tool.
The Democratic is a tool that we use.
Once in office, DSA candidates take orders from DSA's internal enforcers and working groups. City halls and state houses start running as socialist machines, controlled by the organization, not the Democratic Party and certainly not voters.
They have to have a connection with DSA's internal politics, and they have to be committed to the eventual goal of building a separate entity from the Democrats.
DSA are revolutionaries, and the Democrats are their first victims. And in city after city, DSA victories prove their plan works.
I think that the model that we used in New York is 100% replicatable.
And just like the cuckoo, once the DSA grows strong, it pushes the true Democrats out, hollowing the party from within.
Building towards political independence and tearing apart the Democratic Party.
The DSA is not here to strengthen the Democratic Party. It is here to consume it.
Even what's that fist mean? Where do they get that fist from? There's a communist book. What was that communist book that had the fist on it?
We're not here to make the Democrats a little bit better. We're here to actually enact socialism. And socialism is not just better capitalism. It's overthrowing the entire capitalist state.
It's our duty, DSA, to cultivate this
Wow.
power.
The cuckoo is in the nest, and New York City is poised to elect not a Democrat, but Zohran Mamdani, an extremist within the DSA.
We understand that winning an election is not an end. It is a means to an end.
The most important thing that we can do is take that empire down from within.
Ultimately to overthrow our own empire.
Wow.
We need a movement that can drive a stake through the heart of the empire.
We need to orient ourselves towards insurrection.
Oh, I thought insurrection was bad. Well done, Andy. No, well done. Or canarymission.org.
It's
Lance videos. Oh, Charlie Kirk thing.
You want to take your mask off and say that?
I don't feel the need to.
So you think he deserved to die?
I don't think he deserved to die. I don't think anyone deserves to die. But I think that there was some fentanyl in his system, and we can't ignore that.
There was not.
There was. Did you see the drug test reports? There was fentanyl in his system.
He's not.
So, but right, because he did get shot, but
Show us.
right before he got shot, he actually got a heart attack from the fentanyl overdose. That's why it was so bloody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What a moron.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does. I'm glad you can kind of see
Totally,
kind of the point of
totally.
these like debate things. You know, you really want to have like a conversation.
You actually want to do your research and get your facts straight. Yeah.
So why are you scared to take off your mask?
I'm not scared to take off my mask.
You didn't have a mask on earlier.
Yeah, I just don't feel like taking it off.
Oh, because you don't want to be exposed for your actual hateful rhetoric.
My hateful rhetoric. I'm just saying that he had fentanyl in his system. Is that not what you're saying about George Floyd? Same thing.
You didn't.
That's why you're trying to say that, even though you know it's not true. Oh, George Floyd, he did have stuff in his system. But yeah. Let's go there with it, buddy. Crazy leftists. Crazy leftists. Here, though, Trump said, well, you just won the war on the climate change hoax. Bill Gates has finally admitted that he was completely wrong on the issue. It took courage to do so. For that, we are all grateful. I'm not sure what Bill Gates said. You know what Bill Gates said or something in relation to this? I forgot what he said, but something that didn't quite match that, I think. Quite a few people were there the other day. BG on the scene was there. Did we see this one?
Here's something that I want conservatives, I want every conservative to remember. It's an important part of my entire political philosophy is we cannot be afraid to do something because the left might do it in the future. The left is already going to do it regardless of whether we do it. That is the takeaway of the last 40 years.
Yep. Oop, wait. I think we just went off or something like that. You know what does that. Turn it back on. Wouldn't trust Bill Gates? Yeah, you don't trust him either. Exactly. Hey, Jen, how you doing? You guys can still hear. Put a 1 if you can still hear me. Sure, the mic is working. The headset just died on me. There, it should be working.
And in particular, if you look at what we're doing, if Joe Biden wanted to deploy the national, okay, so here.
With that one here, Cam Higby the other day.
Here, when did you guys decide that number? Why did you sell us a dream? You made us spend our youth, our wealth in this country and gave us a dream. You don't owe us anything. We have worked hard for it. Then how can you as a vice president stand there and say that we have too many of them now and we are going to take them out to people who are here rightfully so by paying the money that you...
They don't understand the difference between legal and illegal immigration.
You guys asked us. You gave us the path, and now how can you stop?
Biden didn't give you the path. You know, he made it look like you could come here because he's an idiot. But yeah, you still knew that it was illegal to come here. He didn't say it was legal for you to come here. He just simply got rid of all of Trump's border policies. That doesn't mean it was legal for you to come here. 2 + 2 is still 4.
Stop it and tell us we don't belong here anymore.
I can believe that the United States should lower its levels of immigration in the future, while also respecting that there are people who have come here through lawful immigration pathways that have contributed to the country. But just because one person or 10 people or 100 people came in legally and contributed to the United States of America, does that mean that we're thereby committed to let in 1 million or 10 million or 100 million people a year in the future? No, that's not right. We cannot have...
Oh, we heard the rest of this, but that's a good point. I really want to hear what Chuck Schumer has to say.
This heartless president is cutting off food stamps to hungry children, elderly who can't afford.
He's cutting it off. Put a piece of paper in front of him, and then you can tell him whether he's doing anything about that. The piece of paper I'm referring to is a bill here. Remember, only a Mr. Bill, you know, just a bill. This guy here. Put this bill, not this particular one, but a bill in front of the president. If he decides not to sign off on the CR bill there to turn it into a law that kind of goes into effect, then you can blame Trump. But since he's the person who signs off on paper and things like that, that's the guy. There's people in Congress. You guys know the story.
Enough food to feed themselves, veterans who are down on their luck, all because he wants to use them as hostages so that
these guys were using the same exact rhetoric here when they didn't get their way or something like that back in the Obama times or something like that, when Obama went against, had his shutdown or whatever. They're hypocrites.
Democrats will stop fighting for people's health care. We can do both. Provide better health care and provide SNAP benefits to the tens of millions who need it. This president is a fucking liar. He says that
he doesn't cuss well. Not that you need to cuss well, but he doesn't cuss well.
There's no money to provide food stamps because of the shutdown. That's bullshit.
He is a New Yorker, though, so I'll give him that.
His own agriculture department said there's plenty of money. Every president during shutdowns has provided.
But you can see he's reading a teleprompter. These words are actually on the teleprompter. It's like it's a 1-minute speech. You can't even speak from the heart.
Provided the money that's needed. Even Trump in his first term, he is bludgeoning the American people, using the most innocent of victims to try and go along with his cruel.
No, speaking of innocent victims, I won't bring up abortion, but if you want to talk about innocent victims of policies and things like that, we can go there.
Shutdown, which takes away health care from millions of Americans. He is the most vindictive politician America has ever seen, and the most heartless man America has ever seen in the presidency. We're fighting him every step.
What about Andrew Jackson, Trail of Tears, Democrat? A lot of people consider him pretty heartless, you know, like Native American population, you know, that it's not your land anymore. Go walk 1,000 miles over to this other your land here. That sounded kind of heartless there, but yeah, let's forget about those Democrats. Yeah. Let's see how that Corvallis thing is looking here. Still 131 people waiting to watch the school board meeting and fired up about something there. I'm looking for red hats, or at least from the picture here, I'm guessing it's right-wingers against a left-wing school board here. Because otherwise, if it was a left-wing thing, you'd see people in the same shirts or outfits, you know, SEIU type stuff. But here you see everybody wearing different things. And the guy wearing a hat there, I'll assume it's mainly right-wingers against a leftist school board. Saw that one. Saw that one. Saw that one the other day. Oh, good. We're almost done here, guys. Yeah, so let's watch the rest of this. I was about 5 minutes on this one here. Or would you guys rather go watch a karaoke guy? I got a karaoke guy that I could raid you to. Would you rather go play with karaoke or watch this leftist person who talks about revolution, like you heard in that Democrat socialist thing earlier? So, lady here is kind of a revolutionary. I'm guessing she would fall in line with that democratic socialist movement, if not communist. Let's hear what the rest of her opinions are here if you really want to bore yourself there. After we check and see if Tommy Boy's live. There's somebody out there in Seattle. Around Seattle there. A quick refresh here. Check on YouTube again real quick. Ocean plot. No, sorry. YouTube's over here. Nobody's going live from there. Everybody's waiting for Tommy to go live, I'm assuming, but I don't even think he's put up a message or anything like that yet, has he? If he's supposedly in that area. Let's look on Twitter and see if he put a message on what his plans are or something like that. You think he's got plans he's put up there? Let's look at Tommy Boy here. How's this channel spelled? Something like this? It's with a Y, right? There it is. One hour ago, here's a little chill video interview I did with Ocean Plot. I love you, bro. 1 hour ago, he put this up, so he's not doing anything. I thought he was driving to Seattle. I thought everybody was up in Seattle. Did he post a video from yesterday on here? Tommy Boy, are you sitting in your hotel room doing nothing or what? Oh, thank you for the follow, Rebecca. If you're in the chat there, thank you for the follow. I just noticed that. Crystal, thank you for the follow also over there. Appreciate that too. I saw a few more follows. Nothing else going on there that I can see. Oh, Ocean Plot. Hold on. Here we go. I didn't see it till now. Is that live or what's on? Here we go. Oh. Ocean Plot's the only guy live I can see. Very dark area right now.
Okay, what's going on is there is a MAGA group here, about 40 people. And there is an Antifa group here, much smaller. I want to say like 20 people. But they're inside a water tower. At the top of the tower, it seems like they were setting a trap for the MAGA to come up there. They were on the top of the stairs, and they had some kind of tripod or something. Like they were trying to record them. Like they were going to do something.
That live right here, Ocean Plot.
I went up in the stairwell, and I got some footage, but I couldn't go live because there were so many people. And there's a lot of people in Black Bloc out here. It's hard to tell who is who. The MAGA group, I don't know where they went. When I was in the tower, they left, so I'm trying to figure that out. I'm gonna go back to where I parked because there's a really good vantage point of the tower, and you can see the people in the doorway because there's a light there. I didn't want to go live because in case they're watching, they would know where I'm at. But at this point, I think there's so many people out here in Black Bloc that they wouldn't know who I am, because I'm in a Black Bloc too. All right, so I'm gonna go.
You guys still hear it? He might end his live stream here. headset keeps going off on me for some reason. Might be where you're getting your audio from.
This was a direct action to target the Capitol Hill neighborhood. But now that I've been here a minute, I think this was just a trap to get the MAGA people.
I could have told you that.
You see the tower?
Yeah, I can sort of see it there. You guys see it? I can't brighten it up or anything like that, can I? See if Tommy Boy's live from somewhere else by chance.
People coming to see.
Ice. Portland Andy's live. Nobody else live. Here's what Portland Andy's got. And then he's just started going live.
I thought it was a gun. I don't think it was a gun. I think it was a camera. There's people behind me. I'm gonna make a block. I'm gonna stay on the live because I don't know who's behind me right now.
Stay live. There you go. He's smart. That's what he's doing.
I saw Nick Shirley up here. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but he pulled up in a Jeep like maybe an hour ago.
This is Capitol Hill neighborhood. That's where the Chaz zone was.
There was an ambulance parked up by the water tower. I asked them if they were there because they got a call, or if they were just staged just in case. But they didn't get a call, so they kept walking. Yeah, also saw some undercover cops here. So
Yeah, this is.
I did get some video of all the groups earlier, but again, it was very hard to go live.
This is Ocean.
Right now, this is not like a streamer event. I don't know if other people are streaming, but
Nobody else's but you right now from that area. This is Ocean Plot. I just put the link in the chat there, and a little bit of whatever. I'm gonna head out, but on YouTube, I don't see anybody live from there on YouTube. You got, if you want to watch Portland, watch Pretend Media. He's down there. Otherwise, I'm going to raid you over to a karaoke guy, a friend of mine, or whatever, is doing karaoke. If you guys are into karaoke, you'll appreciate this. Give this name is Grumble Stillskin. When I send you over there, make sure you give him a subscribe and a follow. Pretty please.
what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it in my pocket, and I'll take it back out in just a second.
Interesting method here. You're in his pocket, guys. Quit checking out his butt. I see. Yeah. I'll double check YouTube. Wonder if I see anybody else that's live down there. But Portland Andy seems to think that maybe there's going to be more lives coming because he just came on. So this makes me think that there might be a little bit more activity, but he's able to find the. Was that Honey Badger Mom's voice? Maybe it's just his wife's or something.
Did you see those two people falling? No. What are you doing? They're in block.
Look, tripod. Actually, it's so far away, but you can see the tripod.
Oh wow, yeah.
They moved it out of the way.
Yeah, that's Honey Badger Mom's voice, I think.
So they're gonna
was right in front of that door.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the water tower, the light right there.
So, were the people following you? Did they just go that direction?
No, I was right there behind that tree. And I walked by you. And I set it right here.
So they were right here next to me.
I think they came out of the water tower because they came this way.
Oh, I did. Okay, yeah, I did see that.
Check and see if there's anybody else going live there right now, but I don't think so. Explosion plot.
I was running around with all these layers on. Do you want to sit here or should we try it around?
We should sit here for another few minutes.
Yeah. Because they haven't done anything, right?
Yeah.
No one ever actually went in that door, right?
No, but they've been walking around that door.
But the MAGA group never went up there.
Not seeing anything going on there.
This water tower is probably like 300 feet.
No, not even. I don't think even
100, 200.
150 feet.
And it's got windows with steel bars on it.
Yeah, and they're filming right out of. They've got something on a tripod, so I assume they're filming.
Yeah, you can definitely see that shit now.
Yep.
So they're filming right at the stairway, waiting for MAGA. But what's funny is there's a back entrance that we went in just fine when no one was watching.
It's like hide and go seek or something out here, it seems like to me. Yeah, I don't know. I'd be curious if they're on private property. Usually, no, technically, I guess it'd be public property in Seattle, but I think the water tower would be closed at night for no trespassing. But I'm sure the city of Seattle won't send any cops there. Did he end his live? Usually they say they're going to end their live before they end their live, but maybe he said it and I didn't hear it. I'm not seeing anybody else live out there. Refresh and see over here if there's anybody else live. 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, and they ended it for technical difficulties. Yeah, it looks like they ended it there. See if there's anything else going on there. Anything else going on? Do a quick refresh and see if there's anything on Twitter, if Tommy Boys has any clips or anything like that of crazy actions or something like that. Here's a 11:48. I know, it's the video I just saw. This other Climatics or something like that, this guy here. Another person that Tommy supposedly might go live with or whatever, Trump supporter. Maybe he's up in the Seattle area or something like that. YouTube content creator and streamer, Climatics. Let's check out his YouTube. I thought I refollowed all the possible streamers. Oh, here he is live here. Subscribe and check his live out here. What's going on here? No, he's not live. He's just restreaming. Oh my God, so many 2,038 people are watching a restream of nothing right now. Just watching some silly things going on at Portland. That's all he's doing. He's not actually there, so why is... What was the stupid comment here I just saw here? Oh, 48 minutes ago, Miss Mary said, okay, now Tommy is texting Climatics TV saying he's going live soon. Who cares? He is obviously not going live very soon because it's been 48 minutes and everybody's waiting for Tommy to go live and he'll get 10,000 people watching him, but he's not, hasn't went live yet. Not that I care. Ooh, what was that? Saw something I didn't know. Ooh, is he back live again? So Ocean Plot might be live again. See anything going on there? Nothing going on there. Still nothing going on over there. We'll check and see on YouTube if anybody's live, but getting tired of waiting for nothing. Even though the restreamer guy doesn't have anything that he's watching over there. I'm not a great restreamer. He says he's got like 5 or 6 things on his screen here, but nothing really happening there. Pretend Media is there, still there. Let's watch the school board meeting here. Is this going on yet?
And start your public comment.
Public comment. Here we go. Finally.
Hello. My name is Susanna Davis, and I am a parent and community member whose kids go to Sheldon and Letitia Carson. I am also a research scientist with a PhD in education whose work focuses on educational leadership, policy, and change. I am deeply concerned about the revised proposal to close Letitia Carson Elementary and the rushed process surrounding it and the proposed
closing a school or something like that. Usually it's more important issues than that for more culturally sick issues than that to have 100 people watching a school board meeting, but maybe there is. But anyway, I just saw Tommy go live here, guys. Want to watch Tommy for a second here, see what he's up to?
But we can't find him. Go downtown.
So pull this over here.
They are there now. Where at downtown?
Probably around the City Hall area where they like to hang out. Because you don't do your research, dummy. When you go to Portland and Seattle Antifa, they do their research on the Portland and Seattle area. They know kind of where to be, where the cops like to go and don't like to go. And you don't.
Ocean was being followed by 2 people. I just talked to him. He said he's on his way over here.
I think this is the park that they were at over here.
He just left the water tower.
Oh yeah, this is the Capitol Hill Park right here. There's that soccer field down there. Oh, they're standing, funny enough, I believe, in the place where Antifa usually stands when there's a right-wing event in this particular park here. Interesting.
But
if he stays live for a little bit, that'll be good.
Yeah.
Nick Shirley's there
Already got
too.
almost 3,000 people, so.
I was telling him too, we all put our MAGA hats on and we walked up to those restaurants.
Yeah.
This is all like super like trans and gay club and bar stuff.
Yeah.
And you would immediately start having people not be happy that you're even here.
What do you guys think we should do? Should we walk? Oh man, I didn't bring my hat, bro. Oh shit.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's go. What? I got one of these at home. I forgot to bring it. He was being followed.
Craziness going on down there. Right over. All right, guys and girls, let's check and see. Let's go back to the other one here. Too many things open on my screen here. Okay. School board meeting here.
Within my neighborhood, the main response I got was surprise. There wasn't much knowledge of the proposal, especially among households without kids. Several knew the proposal, was not even aware of the discussion being on a shopping block now. Another response was disapproval. I asked people if they thought 8 or 9 weeks for Sheldon's closure and 3 weeks for Letitia Carson's closure was reasonable. The primary
School closures. Wait, I mean, it's important, you know, sure your kids to schools. There's 100 people watching this for this reason of a school closure. 135. Important for them, I'm sure.
Yeah, I got a haircut. I cut my hair. Yeah, I just talked to Ocean and they weren't in the water tower. It was us. We went up in the water tower and there was nobody there. Let's go.
Not much going on. I'll give you the link for Tommy's thing here. I don't like to watch people smoke. It's just, I don't like smoking at all. Copy link over here. But if you guys want to, also, I'm going to raid you guys over to Grumpelstiltskin. He's doing some karaoke stuff over there. Cool stuff over there. If you guys want to watch some karaoke craziness, watch that. Otherwise, here's Tommy's link right there. And for the Twitch, for the Twitter people out there that like Twitter, make sure you follow my Twitter. Appreciate you guys hanging out, watching, and doing all that fun stuff out there. Let's go full screen for the heck of it. And we will talk to you all later, but be ready for some karaoke if you're going to stay around for the raid. Tell Grandpa I said hi. Give us a subscribe and a like if you want to. There you go. Just a 30-second countdown for you. This outro video.